The New Book of Vanderstank. Ch.2. Vanderstank, A History. What is Vanderstank? What a loaded question. Loving community, self-improvement program, tech company, furniture company, media giant, religion, semi-accidental accomplice to an unethical bioengineering experiment, these have all been true at some point in our past, and many still are. No other family has been through as many ups and downs as the Vanderstank family. From family to company to cult to family again, our past is a truly colorful one. Legend has it that the family has been around in some form or another for hundreds of years. The Church of Vanderstank officially gives its origin as an esoteric Dutch community in the mid-1600s and cites the existence of one Dr. Triestinanas Gewildig Vanderstank. Various research suggests the family of this era engaged in business as a pebble dashery, as foot salesmen, propaganda peddlers, builders of designer coffins, and a public nuisance. Either way, they all agree on one thing. These business ventures were all launched in order to support the core of the family, the church. The church also warns not to trust their account of history entirely and suggests you do your own damn research. In a legally binding sense, 2012 is where our recorded history begins. The family re-entered the public eye around this time in what we call the rebirth, when a group of young entrepreneurs from the states of Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Vermont set out to bring the Vanderstank legacy into the 21st century. In the early days, shortly after the rebirth, everything was about the products. The company expanded into practically every industry they could get their hands on, from software to furniture to packaged food to a kickboxing league to particularly eccentric products like Frozine, a cryogenically frozen canister of frosty paper shreds that could purportedly solve any and all ailments. It was around this time that rumors of culty behavior began surfacing. The family doubled down on the loyalty required from its employees, from its blurring of the line between company and church to its insistence that all members record 5-minute Vanderthanks videos. Everything, regardless of morality, legality, or relevance to the family, was done in the name of the company. Perhaps it was the introduction of indulgences for sale around this time that signaled the family's slide into more slimy business practices. The height of Vanderstank Industries was also, ironically, its lowest point. The family's unquenchable thirst for wilder and wilder research drove them to sign a regrettable business partnership with the shady but powerful Hazobiyozabuth Limited, a research group that promised to help the family forge a never-before-seen path to enlightenment if the family ran a kick-ass recruitment campaign, which they did, soon ballooning the family up to over 600 people by 2017. The details about the following year or two are entirely unimportant, and focusing on them would be counterintuitive in an age where allegiance to the church and a focus on the future are the most important things. Sure, we could fill hours talking about the personal treatment procedure and the escape and capture of Celia Cave, and the Q-Tech mind stuff, and the suspension domes and the neural network, and oh, what a big surprise, the Vanderfield turned out to be a metaphor, or we could be adults and recognize that we've moved on, and the past is the past. I'm sure the yellow journalists and the fearmongers will continue to amuse themselves staring at the carnage with the Wayback Machine and the Linden Chronicle articles, but those of us with true devotion to the church and to the future will carry on without looking back. Oh no, is that not what you wanted? Is that not why you bought this book, so you could ooh and ah over the gory details of the family's darkest time? Is that the kind of thing you do often? Point and laugh at the time we did some shitty things, soil the good family name because of some mistakes we made, pry open the old wound, shake some salt in there? What kind of... Editor's note, the paragraph ends here, and since we could not determine which family member wrote this section, we decided to leave it as is. If anything good came of the Vanderstank Industries years, it was that its turbulent collapse provided the shock to the senses and sudden clarity of mind that enabled its current reincarnation to be born, under church leadership, as it should always have been. This brings us to where we are today. No longer a company, no longer 600 people strong, and no longer straying from the church, the family was reborn in 2018 as the Vanderstank Family of Universal Cosmic Knowledge, or VFUC for short. While our ranks shrunk in size, our members are no longer treated as expendable employees. Now, once again, we are all genuinely family here, united in the word of the church, whatever that may be on any given day. With our corporate overlords gone and our minds cleared, we retraced our steps back to what it's really all about, family. Yes, the family is still a research group, but this time we purely experiment with our own minds. The family is still a media company, yes, but this time instead of propaganda, it's traditional family entertainment that we're peddling. But most importantly, the family is a family again, and nothing will ever change that again.